Well, I need to change that option here really quickly. Thought I changed that. Shows how much I know. I didn't realize it would change when I went back to owner mode. Had to turn off the music, unfortunately, because otherwise I'll get a copyright flag on YouTube and on Twitch, so not ideal, not what I want, but that's okay. Welcome, everyone. Streaming MVP Baseball 2005 for the first time in... God, streaming anything for the first time in nearly a week. It's been a bit. I just, haven't been feeling too well. I, have COVID, so staying at home. My parents have it, but they're doing okay, so that's all good. For right now, just trying to, excuse me, I'm sucking on a cough drop, taking it one day at a time. And yeah, I mean, I'm feeling mostly okay. I had a fever. I don't anymore. I had a pretty bad sore throat. Mostly gone now. So all in all, pretty solid. And so if you remember where we were, let's see. We lost in the ALDS 3-0 after making it as the wild card this time in year number 2. We have some money in the bank that we should see if we can spend a little bit of before we go to the off season. I don't know that we have anything left to buy other than upgrades. Yeah, we only have 496,000 and all the upgrades are at least $1 million. So that's not going to work. Let's see. Let's look at the income statement. So, actually, what am I doing? As soon as I hit begin off season, it'll show it for us. Can't save during the off season, so let's do this. We brought in $140 million. Pretty good. Now, we spent a lot on the ballpark attractions, promotional days we actually spent a little bit of money on, which is because we had the money. Concession stands we bought a lot of, and store venues. And so we ended up spending about $1 million less than what we brought in, which, not terrible. So we had about $100 million payroll, and that's okay. We'll live with that as long as we're making money. And we did make money, so that's good, especially considering we had reinvested so much. Something tells me we're going to have a lot more good seasons. So let's start with retirements. Boomer Wells, okay. Man. Jeff Nelson, who was... Oh, yeah, he's the guy we traded for at the deadline who became our closer. He had a really good season. And I knew that he had 3 years left on his deal, that he was not going to play all 3 years of it. And guess what? He didn't play. So that's fine. We'll need a new closer, but I'm hoping that Beimel ends up getting better. Let's see if anyone else... Oh, Rafael Palmeiro retiring. I think he's the only guy with 3,000 hits and 500 homers who's not in the Hall of Fame, and for good reason a little bit. I'm going to see if there's anything else, anybody else interesting. Not particularly. Is that Jason Grilli? Starter? God, I don't remember him at all. His agent is Gary Sheffield, at least I think it still is. And there are guys with injuries who decided to... Oh, Kenny Lofton. In reality, he did play into 2007, but nope. He gone. Let's see if there's anyone else in our organization. Oh, Sandy Alomar Jr. retiring. Doug Glanville, you can see. Oh, Tim Laker, because of age, 36. He played in Double-A, so yeah. We won't miss him that much. Truly. Another guy because of ability, who they don't tell you anymore what the what their scouting report was. So, and that's enough to look through that. So we lost a couple guys. Draft order. Where are we picking? Oh, the Tigers were really bad. The Dodgers are picking first. Okay. And we are picking 24th. Alrighty. Let's get into it. Potential to become a very solid outfitter. Let's actually look at a starting pitcher here, because we need starters more than anything else. We'll just keep drafting starting pitchers as much as we can. Well, that's all we could draft for starting pitchers. Just want to get someone who has, who's gonna be good. None of this could develop, might, who knows. I don't care about that. All the makings of a steady, reliable catcher, great. I know, there are a lot of catchers who will end up drafting, but that's okay. Catchers have some value. Very solid outfielder, great. As long as they have all the tools or the potential to turn into a very steady, dependable, whatever, that's usually 4 or 5 stars, which is fine by me. Let's see. Nope. Very steady, dependable middle infielder. Great. And they don't all make it, but, some do, and that's good. Great. Now we've drafted 2 catchers. Just going to keep looking for those guys until we can't anymore. Probably look one more, and then we'll go by position to see if we can find guys. Because I bet you we'll end up, at some point, we just end up drafting relief pitchers because those are the only ones with any sort of potential. So, alrighty, there's one guy. This is round 9? Okay, there are only like 10 rounds, I think. So we're doing pretty well. Let's see, no catcher. Oh, very solid first baseman. Contact versus lefties, 5. Well, he has some power already. Let's do it. We don't need another first baseman right now since we just drafted one. I'll come back to them if we can't find any on any other position. We have no shortstops in our entire organization. It's ridiculous. Goodness. Nope, don't want any career minor leaguers. Well, it looks like let's look back at first baseman here. Maybe there's one. There are no pitchers left. Wow. Nope. Well then. Let's get somebody... Hell, he's an 80 bunter. Maybe there's someone who has like 99 speed at least, because then maybe we... maybe he ends up in a Herb Washington role for us and only steals bases. Yeah, that's not going to be an option. Well... Best available. Great. Alrighty, that was the draft. I mean, there's some talented players. This was not the best draft, though. A relief pitcher, 2 relievers were some of the best players drafted. Not exactly great. Yeah, relievers seem to be the best players in this draft, which, yikes. Well, let's see. We should be able to sign all of our rookies. No trouble. Yay! We have a single A team. Woohoo! Awesome. They're all double A guys here at this point. Oh, triple A. Oh, well, I guess we're at 100 players maximum. Okay, well, let's figure out who we don't... Well, we're going to release you. We're definitely not signing Lopez for 4 years. Not a chance we were going to re-sign him at all. So let's re-sign him 3 years. Great. I'll deal with call-ups and send-downs later. So now, let's look at these guys. Is Ginter... He made $300,000. I'll give him $1.2 million, but I'm not giving him anything more. Oof. Maybe 1.4? Okay. Bye-bye. See you later. Daryl Buehler, who threw a bit in AAA. Something tells me he wants an MLB. Oh, no! I'll keep him as a AAA contract because that means 3 years where he's not upset if he's not in the majors. Or as upset. Lar Moore wants a AAA deal. Or not a AAA deal. He wants a major league deal. Let's see if we can do the 3 years, 1.2 for AAA. Nope. Angrily rejects. We'll come back to him. Well, he's 25. Maybe we don't even bother with it. Conrad, I'm betting, will want an MLB relief contract. He does. That's a little concerning that he wants 1.4 million. Maybe 1.2? 1.3? He was good in 2005, but not in 06. Not worth it. Not worth the money. Lar Moore, we're just going to cut as well since we are not going to offer him an MLB contract. Snell wants 2 years, 1.4. I'm not giving him that for MLB relief when he did not pitch in the majors. Oh, no, he did pitch in the majors. He didn't pitch in AAA much because I sent him down late in the season when he started to suck. J.D. Durbin. Let's see, he wants to go from $400,000 to $1 million. And he wants a major league deal. He wasn't that good. Bye. Aaron Rakers. He wants a AAA contract. Okay. Maybe not the worst idea. Let me see if I can get him for less than $1 million. Great. This guy was in AAA. He's a top 100 prospect who is supposed to be good. Yeah, he doesn't have that good of stats yet. MLB indispensable? What is wrong with him? I'll go up to 900,000 with him. Released. Not worth it. He's already 25 anyway. If he was 20, I'd be like, yeah, maybe I go up to 1.2, but that's not worth it. Let's see, he wants... Dude, you haven't pitched past AA. Like, I'll give you 600 grand to play in AAA, but you're not getting an MLB contract. Sorry. This guy either. This guy neither. He's not getting an MLB contract. 0 years, 400,000 a year, AA relief. Who are these people who want MLB relief contracts when you don't even pitch that well in AA? No. See ya. 4 more guys. Another one. He's 26. You pitched in AA. You're not getting better than that. Oy. Dingman. No. I'm just releasing him. I'm not even going to make him an offer. He's 32. Brooke LeCroy. Okay, I'll give you a contract that gives you an extra 100 grand and you go from indispensable to every day. You know, and you played and hit, well, he got on base well in AAA. I can live with that. Potential to become a very solid outfielder. Already almost decent enough to maybe play in the majors against righties. Okay, this guy, 400 grand, AA relief. He was in single A. No! Good lord. Let me just do some call-ups and send-downs and send down all of these dudes. Let's call up a couple guys from... Let's see. I don't know that we can send anyone down to... Okay, we can send guys down to single A. So let's find the guys who are single A guys. Like him. And, okay, not him. I'll just send him to double A then. Great. Who else from double A? Who else needs to go to double A? Well, nobody on this roster. It looks like only those last couple of guys got on the Major League roster and shouldn't have. Oh, we're at 89 guys. We definitely need a catcher, and at least a catcher who can hit righties. They don't need to be that good, but they need to be able to hit righties. A couple of relievers would probably be good, considering we have one in our bullpen. And, yeah, he's very good, but... I mean, maybe he becomes the closer. He had 21 saves last year. It's just he wasn't as good as the guy we got, who ended up as our closer and pushed us to the playoffs. Well, that's that. Let's go on to free agency. Let's see. Greg Maddux wants 1 year at $6.6 million. I'm not doing that. Nope. Looks like none of the historic players are free agents this season. Interesting. Dude had a 7.01 ERA last year, and he has the nerve to be like, I want $3.2 million? In what world? 2 years at 600 grand I can get behind for a guy who can't hit for that much contact but has some power? You know, I'll give him 3 years. Oh, and he wants a situational? Yeah, I'll give him exactly what he wants pretty much. So let's see about this catcher. Can he hit righties? Better than lefties. He's not terrible. You know, for $500,000, ooh, every day I can't do. I'll give him 800 grand though and make him situational. We'll see if we get him. Let's go to relievers and see who's cheap. He's still 1.7 million. I mean, I don't want to go over $1.5 million for a guy. I just don't. He had a 4 ERA last year. I don't want to go over $1 million for most of these guys. I'll just offer him $1 million. Let's see. Jay Conrad wants a bunch. I'll give him $1 million. That's it. I should have given him... Actually, let me make it a 3-year deal. $1 million a year. There we go. Snell wants 1.4. He wasn't that good. He really wasn't. This guy wants $1 million. You know? I'll give it to him. Why not? Let's see. Anything... Yeah, you know what? He can be a decent middle reliever, hopefully. And if he's not, he's gone. $1 million I can live with for these guys. Some of them. Let's see, he's 20. Seems to be pretty good. 3 years, why not? Can't be terrible, right? Hopefully. Very good young pitcher. He only wants 2 years and 800,000. Let's do it. He's only 24. Oh, looks like we're not the only ones who just got rid of a bunch of these game-created players. You know, I'm gonna... Oh, wow, he only wants A relief? Single A relief? Great. I'll take you for sure. Oh my god, Turk went down. No. Let's see what he wants. He wants MLB. I'm not offering him MLB. At this point, I feel like we'll have signed enough relievers that I want guys who are going to be signing AAA contracts. Because if they sign AAA contracts, I can keep them in AAA if they aren't good. And it's a lot easier that way. So I'll get a couple more who will be able to be in the minors. Oh, we do have a lot of relievers in AAA. A few in AA and a bunch in single A. I think we're good on relievers, actually. One more for single A, why not? Especially if he's that good. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to catchers here. I'm not going to look at Lopez. He's not that good. Oh, he's too old. He's 41. No. I'm sorry. No thanks. Your belly's old as dirt. Good lord. Okay, this guy can hit a little bit against righties. Let's... Oh, perfect. A AA contract? Great. Even better. Situational AA. It's not exactly what I want, but... Is he supposed to be good? Yeah, should continue to develop into a solid catcher. I mean, let's see. Are any of our minor league catchers that good? Maybe Vance? Maybe? Maybe Vance Wilson. We'll see. Okay, this guy's actually not terrible, but, I mean, he was in single A for a reason. So we'll see if anyone gets better, but I'll at least sign a few catchers, because can't hurt to have them, you know? Especially since Olivo may not be good, and Wilson's older, so he's not going to be good. I think we're good on making offers to catchers. I think we're fine there. First baseman. Second baseman. Yeah, we're fine. Both guys have a year left. Figgins might actually not be terrible finally, because that is not a stat line that I will be playing him if he's going to put up 240, 258, 330. My God. We're fine at third base for sure. Especially since this guy's going to... Oh, no, he only wants a AAA contract. Okay, is he supposed to be good? Yeah. Sign him. Great. Maybe he makes it to the majors. Probably not as his main position, but you never know. We'll have to trade some guys for sure. Yeah, you're only supposed to be decent. Bye-bye. We have... Okay, we have a couple of shortstops within the organization. I thought we didn't have any. Abraham Rowe is going to want a major league deal. I'm sure of that. I don't think we need to worry about shortstop, though. We have enough guys who can play the position. Center field, maybe? These guys want major league deals. I'm not giving it to them, but I'll give them AAA contracts. Why not? Right? Why not? Let's see. Wooten. I don't think we need a left fielder, but it can't hurt to sign these guys if they're not that old. 26 is a little too old. Nah, not going to worry about left fielders. Maybe a right fielder. Okay, he can play all three outfield spots. Let's sign him. Done. And then Matt Lawton, 4 years, $4.3 million, not a chance. Granderson can't hit that well. So no. This guy just keeps getting better and better. He actually might not be the worst platoon option as, you know, a sometimes guy against lefties. 78-57 is not bad, especially if that improves. Starting pitching. Probably wouldn't be the worst thing to sign one starting pitcher who we could then use as a trade chip. But I'm not sure it's worth anyone. I mean, Maddox is the best option, and I just don't think he's that good. I mean, he's not anymore. He's 40 at this point, and he had a bad season. So I'm going to pass on starting pitchers. We've gone through relievers. Let's look at our... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we need to get rid of 9 players. Somehow. 9 guys. Let's see who there is that's Let's just start at the bottom up. Maybe a couple of relievers we can trade. Let's see. Anybody who's making more than 100 grand in single A is out. Okay. He played last year double A every day. Is he supposed to be good? Okay, maybe not then. 300 grand's not that much. If he's supposed to be bad, and it's 300 grand. Or 200 grand. Okay, this guy... Okay, it's fake Mike Krukow. I'm going to keep fake Mike Krukow. Jeff is really happy with... He's really unhappy with his playing time. Well, they're starting pitchers, so deal with it. Okay, you're not that good. Okay, let's see about you. And you're 25 already. I mean, these are already these are starting pitchers. I can't get rid of them. Let's go to Double A and see. Okay, Balfour can go. Bye-bye. Somebody else has to. Oh, 800 grand? No thanks. Whew, man. Very good young is something I don't want to give up. Okay, but he's a utility guy. Okay, and he's 33, so let's get rid of these three and see what we can get who's just, like, somebody. If we can get some, like, a catcher who can hit a little bit. Well, not him. Let's try and get somebody who's supposed to be good. Has the potential to become a very solid outfielder in the future. Great. Let's trade for him. Done. That's three more. That's two guys. Net two guys out. So let's keep going down. So we're at 87. We want to get down to about 80. Maybe not exactly 80. Let's see. He's a utility guy, so no. You're a starting pitcher, so no. You can get traded. You can get traded, and well, he can play all of the outfield spots. He can play all the infield spots. He can, but he's worse, and he's an average outfielder. Great. Let's try. And oh my God, what in the world? Oh, they must have traded for Tim Hudson, and he somehow went to their AAA. Oops, or AA rather. Weird. We don't need a reliever though. I feel like we could use like a, a starter might not be the worst thing. Potential to become a very solid outfielder. Let's do it. Done. Okay, so now we're down to 85. I think we've done enough in there. Okay, well, Ginter can get traded. Fuentes can get traded, for sure. And Macias can also get traded, because they're all on Major League deals. Let's see if we can get a catcher, maybe. Those three might be good enough for a Major League catcher somewhere. Unfortunately, he's very good against lefties, and we don't need someone who's good against lefties. We need someone who's good against righties. Benji Molina could be that option, but I don't want him. I don't want to deal with him if he's in AAA. Let's try a different team. Victor would be great. That's not going to happen, obviously. Rod Baraja's not great. Let's see here. Jay Travica, not that good of a hitter. We'll find one. We'll find someone, I promise. It'll take a minute. Not going to get LaDuca. Okay, Barrett may not be a bad option. He can hit righties pretty well. Let's see. Great. So now we have a couple of catchers. So that takes us down to 83. Let's do one more of these trades and see who we can get rid of that makes a lot of money and or has a major league contract or both. Yeah, let's just trade away Vance Wilson. We got a better catcher. We know that Wilson's not going to be playing in the majors because he's too old anyway. Let's do that then. Easley as well is too old. That's two guys. And, okay, let's see about anyone maybe at the bottom of the Major League roster we can get rid of. Globe was so bad last year. I'm concerned that Ginter's not going to get better, and he's only situational anyway. Inge, too. Worth actually was good last season when he played. He actually was he hit very well. Averett was good for a 20-year-old. Good enough. Olivo, fine. Figgins bothers me, but I'm not going to get rid of him. Interesting that Beimel's now a top 100 prospect. Interesting. I mean, the only guy I would think of trading would be Bell, but I don't think I'm going to because Maybe I do, though, because I have enough minor league starters. How much is he making? $2.5 million to be a bullpen guy? No thanks. Maybe we can get some, like, elite player. So let's think. What position could we use? Some shortstop wouldn't be the worst thing. Pee Wee Reese is not a good enough hitter. I'm sorry to say. Not for what we want. J-Roll. And Michael Young. I'm thinking Michael Young may not be a bad option. He hits for a high average, hits for decent power. He's only making $800,000. And there we go. So we just saved ourselves a lot of money and got ourselves down to 81 guys in the organization. We signed 5 guys, including that first baseman. That's good. 1 reliever. 2 relievers. We signed a catcher. A third baseman. That's about it. So we still have 15 offers out there. At least one of them's not going to be accepted. Now we're up to 90. See, he signed with Detroit for more money. Ginter's going to get more. Spoony Barker's going to get more. Not going to worry about that. I'm not sure you can offer $1.25 million in this game. I'm pretty sure at least for us, you can only go by the zeros. So good for the Rockies for offering him a contract that is not legal. That we can't do. Durbin just rejected his, whatever, that's fine. We definitely have enough pitchers, I think, give or take. We have almost 10 per team, which is good. Let's actually look, though, at our rosters and make sure... Oh, my God, we have a lot of hitters. Some of them will be sent down. So let's just assume that we get... Oh, yeah, we did get a catcher who is in... Yeah, AAA right now. Let's do a couple of those things. Let's make sure that Barrett's in the majors like he should be. He should be in AAA. Who else should be in AAA? Probably him. And probably a couple of relievers. Because they're relievers. And I don't know if they're that good. So we still have a ton of hitters in the majors. So we'll probably have to get rid of a couple guys. Probably. I mean, Michael Young's going to play every day. That's for sure. I'd rather have him at second base than shortstop, I think. I don't know, though. Maybe not. Who knows? Either way, he's probably our leadoff hitter, which is perfect. That's what we really needed. So maybe I'll trade someone who's not going to get a ton of playing time. We'll figure that part out in spring training. So we have definitely enough guys in AAA. And single A and double A. Yeah, we have enough hitters for these teams. So we'll figure out other stuff. Yeah, there are enough pitchers too. So everything seems to be, neatening up a little bit. We're up to 93 guys. Okay, he signed with Colorado. 1.2. See, not 1.25. Ginter's going to get more money than we want to offer him. We got a couple of relievers. I mean, that's fine enough. We got a couple of catchers. Can he hit decently against righties? But not that it really matters since we have Michael Barrett now, who shouldn't decline significantly considering he's 30. Yeah, we just have a couple outfielders who may end up on the team. We'll see. We're up to 95 guys. I'm just going to keep simming through it. 96. Anybody else? Ginter's not going to come here. And that's it. Alrighty. So we ended up getting most of the free agents we targeted, which is good. We targeted important free agents for us. So that's a positive for sure. And, yep. Let's see. He rejected. He signed with Anaheim 2 years at 3. We weren't going to ever go near 3.1. So, well, we did free agency. That's good. They're going to have to... The game has to deal with that because that takes a while. Let's see. Staff contracts. Keep Anderson. Actually, can we give an extension? Can I do 7 years for them? Great. I mean, they're literally, it's like a cheat code. I mean, I think he's probably pretty solid that I'll do 3 years for him. I bet you we can do better than Guillen next season. Okay, we do have to see about a pitching coach. Okay, I don't know. Well, we'll figure out maybe not him either. Amateur scout, maybe we can do better. So let's release him and see. Okay, he's the best miners. He's the best at what he does. So make an offer. Great. Let's see, anybody else who's clearly better than one of our guys? Doesn't really look like it. Although that's kind of closer than I would expect. Yeah, we're fine with who we have. So our total payroll is actually less than what it was last season, which is good. That's good considering I think we are a better team. Now let's go and re-sign the guys who only have 1 year remaining, who maybe we'll re-sign Olivo. If he wants an everyday, I'm sorry, I'm not giving it to him. I'm not. Figgins wants every day. I'm going to give it to him just because he should be an everyday player. He should be. He's too good not to be, you would think. But who knows? He's gonna have a lot. All he wants is $1 million. Yeah, I'll give you $1 million per year over 3. Right now, I'll give you an extra 200 grand. Let's see if we can get him for just a flat mil. Great. Oh man, Leonard wants to keep the same amount of money, but he's on the wrong side of 30. I think we're gonna hold off because we could always revisit this in the off season. Avaret's gonna want a lot more money. Not gonna give it to him yet. He wants a lot more. Not worth it yet. Guthrie, not getting a major league contract. Ginter, MLB situational he wants, which is what he already had. Let's see if we can get him for indispensable AAA. Angrily rejects. How about for 200 grand more? Great. That way I don't have to worry if he ends up really in AAA for a while. Or ever. Nope, not giving you a major league. Nope. Nope. Okay, you just want the same contract for 2 more years? Fine by me. Okay, you went from AA spot starter to AA starter. That's fine. That's fine. It's still a minor league deal. It's the same amount of money he's been making. I can live with these deals. Because it's single A. I really don't care about the team morale in single A. I care about it at the major league level, and that's about it. A little bit in AAA. Well, you're not getting any more than what you make right now, because you have 2 years left anyway. Alrighty, so we did that. That's an easy thing. Let's make sure that we have CPU optimized rosters. And then we need to do some call-ups and send-downs. So, he is good against righties. He's good against lefties. Yep. Almanza is good off the bench, I guess? Yeah, probably. He can't play anywhere but first and DH, which limits where he could play. He's good. He's very good. Guthrie's going to get sent down. Gonzalez is definitely playing against righties and maybe lefties too. Beltre's heart of the order guy against everyone. Same with Holiday. He's against lefties. He has a value against lefties at least. Maybe not every day though. I mean, he's against lefties for sure, and if he improves against righties, Willie Moe's going to be a force in the middle of our lineup. Let's get rid of some of these pitchers though. Okay, let's see. Who has a value? You do against lefties. Let's see who can actually hit the ball situationally, even if it's just as a guy off the bench. Inge definitely needs to come up. No, he's not good enough. 70-45 actually isn't terrible. I don't know if there's anyone... Okay, 78-57 is something for Chantress. That's probably good enough to call him up. In for... Blankard, right? Well, no, maybe not. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's fine. We don't need all of these. Well, only 4 relievers. Sorry, Chantress, you're not actually going to get a call up now. Well, Glow does need to be called up somehow. I don't know where, but he should be on the roster somewhere. Maybe it's in for Almanza? I mean, Almanza's not as good. He's just not as good of a hitter overall. Plus, he can't play as many positions. And that's everybody, so we're not going to worry about any pitchers there. Great, let's figure out our rotation. Probably going to be very similar to what it was last. Oh, Harden's going to move to the third spot, the second spot. He's the second best pitcher on our team. Hopefully he becomes that again. Lopez, Rodriguez, Mendez, and then Beim. Alrighty, I like it. Okay, I want to see if we have another starter. Great. I want starters in the rotation if that's possible. If not, I'll use relievers, but ones with actual stamina, not, not the guys who have no stamina. He's a 55, great. And there has to be somebody with more than 36, and there is. Great, 48, wonderful. That's fine. Wow. 7 starters in AA. Look at that, Ludwig's the closer in AA. Good for him. Look at that. There are 5 starters at most levels. Unfortunately, not in AAA, but that's okay. I guess I could call up a starter. Let's call up 2 starters to AAA and demote 2 relievers. Actually, let's demote 3 relievers and call up 3 starters. Unless... No, we'll call up 2 starters. We'll do 2 starters from AA to AAA. 2 starting pitchers. We'll get the call up and... Man. Am I really going to start our first round pick in AAA at the age of 20? No, I'm not going to do that to him. Let's go with Ensberg and Garrick. And let's send down a... Okay, they have so many relievers in AAA. One of them's going to go down. Sorry. Looks like Collier is the worst of them. Yep, looks like it. Bye-bye. Alrighty, let's go back to the rotation where we'll just literally put this guy and that guy there. You can be the long man for sure. And then AAA, suddenly we can move you back to the bullpen for him. And you back to the bullpen for him. You're going to be the 5th starter for obvious reasons. And that's a very full bullpen. Do we have enough hitters at these other levels? Yeah, let's do CPU optimized. That's fine. Oh my god, I hate when it does that. Didn't mean to do that because it did it at the Major League level. You know what? We'll deal with the call-ups and send-downs after spring training. I don't care enough now. After all that work, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it after guys get worse and progress and regress. See how badly or well we do in spring training. All right, 101. We'll take it. Last year we went like 19-3, so not terrible. Okay, 500, alrighty. Above 500, this is good. Okay. Okay, 8 and 7. All right, this isn't terrible considering this isn't our lineup how I will want it, and I will make sure that we take advantage of the fact that our lineup's going to be better than this. I mean, look, it's only Oh, Burley suspended for 1 game. Auto fix. I don't care enough. He was suspended for 1 game. Oh, spring training's over. Awesome. What's the blockbuster trade? I'm just curious. Orlando Cabrera for Byung-Hyun Kim. That sounds like a blockbuster in a way. Oh, he must not be. He must not. I don't know how Burley did in spring training, but whatever. Let's go to next season. Then we'll save things and figure out our spending. All right, Olivo got better against lefties, which is good. Let's sort by overall. Albert Pujols is going to MASH, just like he does, obviously. Beltre is going to MASH, just like he does. Burley got better and worse. Couple of his secondary pitches got better. His stamina's a 98. Dude's going to pitch like 300 innings. Harden got better. That's good. I mean, a lot of these guys got better, which is what you want to see. Buck Leonard improved after regressing last year. Not bad. Not a bad thing. Greinke got better, which is good. Seeing if anything's surprising. So now, Matt Holliday is a force to be reckoned with against... What's his contract? Indispensable, which sucks because he got worse against lefties. I was hoping he would get better. Coco Crisp, definitely playable against lefties and maybe righties as well. Udisline got better. Oh, wow, 81 stamina. That's good. Michael Young will not hit for as much power, but he will still rake against lefties, especially. I mean, he's still a good enough contact hitter against righties that I'll probably have him leading off. Beimel got better. He's our best relief pitcher. That's good. And his fastball got better, especially. Or stamina's not a bad thing. Almanza got better, but he still is not a good contact hitter that I don't know that he's going to make the roster. Willie Moe is not good enough, but he's almost good enough against righties. He's great against lefties still. Almost good enough against righties. So close. Luis Gonzalez got better. This is good. He's good. Definitely still playing against righties, and, he'll fill in against lefties. Averette, still not much stamina. Still not great, but he's only 21, so not the worst thing. After last season, 100 innings, he'll hopefully get a little more than that this time. Ooh. Well, he's going to get traded probably because I have no use for Sean Figgins if he's going to get slower and be a worse hitter. He can go. Okay. So, yeah, Olivo got worse but technically better, I'd argue. He's better for what we need him for, which is situational. Buehler got overall better, but his fastball got worse. Not ideal. Okay, Barrett got worse against lefties, but he's better against righties, which is all we're going to play him against anyway. Okay, he's a 97 speed. Well, if I want someone who's a speed demon, I'll just call him up because he's faster than Figgins. Not good that Blanker got, well, I guess technically better, but seems to be worse. Let's see if any of these hitters are that good. Mendez, okay, that's good. He got better. I'm waiting to see if there's anyone who got, significantly worse. Okay, well, Jason Worth wasn't hitting against righties anyway, so that's fine. He can still hit lefties, which is what we're paying him to do. Inge got worse. I'm not sure where, but he can still hit lefties, which is all we want from him. Maybe he got new cold zones. I'm not sure. Most of our guys got better. Okay, interesting. Ginter got better as a contact hitter against lefties, worse as a power hitter, but still good enough that he's going to play against lefties every time we face one. Otherwise, some of these guys got worse. God, you don't want to get slower, buddy. Don't want to get slower. Glode got much worse, but he's good enough to play somewhere on the Major League roster, I think. Yikes. Otherwise, I think that's about it, because I don't think at this point we're going to have too many guys who are getting that much worse, or who are on the Major League roster who matter that much. Oh, good. Our draft pick seems to be panning out a little better. First rounder. That's good. Other than that, I'm trying to see if there's anyone who got significantly worse. Most of our guys improved, which is good. I just want to see if some of these guys, you're in single A and you got worse. Come on now. That's just really bad, if that's the case. Some of the worst is I think just their overall goes down because they are older and therefore they don't have potential, so it's like the beginning of the end for them that I think lowers stuff for them. Yeah, nobody got so significantly worse other than Figgins that I can see, and Young's power, but that's okay. Hey, let's keep moving forward. Let's manually edit rosters to put him there because he's the ace, obviously. And then we will figure out what we want to do, because let's first off optimize rosters, because let's do that. Let's figure out who gets sent down. Almanza gets sent down for sure. Let me trade Figgins before I forget. Wherever he is, he's gone. He's not worth it on the roster anymore, just being a disappointment. Maybe we can find someone of actual, who's good? Bobby Crosby can really hit righties. Okay, well, that's fine. Oh, maybe we can get a closer. Maybe we get Joe Nathan. Nope, maybe we can trade someone else, too. Let's think. Somebody in AAA. Who's good in AAA that's worth trading? Worth is going to be in the majors, so let's see. Any of you guys not actually that good? No, they're all pretty good. Or at least they're prospects to be pretty good. Ginter's going to be playing every day, or playing in the majors. Okay, Rakers. Maybe we add one more reliever. Hey, we got Joe Nathan! We got ourselves a closer. Let's go. Oh, yeah, let's see. What is Nathan's contract? 1 year, 2.6. See, he's good enough that I would not give him that much. So he's just going to be on a 1 year deal. But that's fine. We now have our closer. So that's great. Let's call him up. First off. Because he's Joe freaking Nathan. This is good. Ginter gets a call up because we know he can hit lefties. Inge can also hit lefties, right? Yep. So he gets a call up instead of Guthrie, who's fast, but we don't need him. Myers, not a good enough hitter. Any other hitters who need to go? No, I think we're good on hitters mostly. Let's see if there's anyone. Oh, Worth needs to come up. And Glode if we can find a spot for him, which I bet you we can because there are 7 starters on that team. Blankard is the 7th one, so bye-bye. Great, and then we have 5 relievers. I don't know that we need 5 of them. Let's see if we can get one more reliever. Maybe if there's someone that good. There really isn't someone that good. Dude's now in AAA? God, he was in Single A last year as the closer. Now he's suddenly a reliever in AAA. Freaking man. Oh, Monza gets the call-up. He ends up making it to the roster. So looking at our rotation, we're fine. Nathan's our closer for sure. Bimel's going to be our setup guy. No question about that. And at least we know we have an 8th and 9th that are going to be solid. Period. Let's see. Let's put a starter in there. Oh my lord. They put the rosters together and they don't think about putting starting pitchers on the team. Let's go fix that in with AAA and AA, because something tells me AA has more starters than 5. Yeah, they do. And AAA doesn't need 14 relief pitchers. Somebody can go down. Ludwig will be one of them. And Grissom too. Let's do it. Let's call up 2 starters, because I bet you that's all they have extra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7 starters. So let's call up Miyamoto. And who else is there that's better? Looks like Wolfcastle really is one of their... Well, welcome to AAA, buddy. How many starters are in Single A? 5, okay. So now we have at least 5 starters at each level, which is what I wanted anyway. Yeah, well, except for AAA, I should say. Whatever, a 55 stamina guy can be there unless... Yeah, nope. Because I traded those other relievers who had the big stamina numbers. Alrighty. I'm not even concerned. We'll just throw these guys there. Sure, that works. And then you go in and you go in. We actually have a lot of stamina for... Most of the time, the game-created pitchers just don't have much stamina, comparatively. But I think we're okay. 5 starting pitchers there. Let's throw you to middle relief. Maybe... Nah, it's not worth it to send down a reliever. We don't need any more. We're good. Batting order. Let's fix our lineup for sure. At least they knew to put Michael Young as our leadoff guy. That's good. Okay, Olivo's not our starting catcher. Not a chance. Not against righties. Who's the best hitter against righties? It's either Glode, Almanza, or Willie Mo. And actually, we are going to swap Almanza and the one guy who's fast, whose name escapes me, Guthrie. Because Almanza can just rake in AAA, and Guthrie has a value because Guthrie is 97 speed. So... If we're gonna, it's your 25th man on the roster. He's not gonna play much, so he's not needed. So the best hitter against righties is Glode, it looks like. So he will be the DH. Probably hitting 9th, I would assume. So we'll lead off with Young. Then we'll go to Pujols, Beltre. They're both so freaking good, it doesn't matter. Holiday. That's no question. Barrett is one of the worst hitters we have against righties. That's okay. Yeah, Leonard can hit 5th. Then let's go Gonzalez, Glowed, Crisp. Actually, Glowed, Barrett, Crisp, because Crisp is fast, and then Young can hit at the top of the order. We don't need to worry about this lineup because both leagues have the DH in this game. And then Olivo is playing against lefties. Willie Moe needs to play somewhere. Left field works because Matt Holliday's not going to play against lefty, that's for sure. Keith Ginter's too good to not play him, so someone's going to have to sit on the bench. Who it is, I'm not sure. Probably Luis Gonzalez. Worth has to play as well. So let's see. Anybody who's that good against lefties on the bench? Oh, Inge. Inge is really good against lefties. 91-75. So who's the worst? I mean, is it Buck Leonard? No, it can't be. 77-81 may really be the worst. That's slightly worse than Worth. I mean, Crisp is the 9-hitter because he's faster. Is Buck Leonard going to be on our bench? And I think the answer to that question is yeah. But Inge is going to DH and Worth can play right field because he's now fielder by trade. Alrighty, let's figure out our lineup. Crisp is hitting 9th, that's for sure. Michael Young leading off. Then Pujols, then Beltre is fine. Then Willie Moe, Miguel Olivo. Who else? Inge, Ginter, and this works. This works for the lineup. And then let's just deal with that. So we have a lot of bench guys, but a lot of platoons. I mean, these 3 play against everyone. I think Luis doesn't. I think it's only 4 guys, our 1, 2, 3, and 9 hitters, who play against lefties and righties. Yeah. That's really good platooning, I will say. And then, who else? Let's see. These are 5 guys. They all play, and Guthrie doesn't, but Guthrie is fast. So Guthrie can be a pinch runner and steal bases, hopefully. We'll have him in the Herb Washington role, as I said before. Rotation looks fine. We have a really good closer now after the trade that we made of Sean Figgins and 2 minor league relievers for Joe Nathan. I think we're in good shape in terms of finances. Yeah, we're still technically in the green. Upgrade your stadium. I would love to upgrade my stadium. It's a great idea. The problem is we have no freaking money right now. Let's look at the schedule. Oh, before I forget though, before we go to the schedule, let's set pricing because it's early season pricing, not late season pricing. So everything comes down 40 and 15. That's fine. Whatever. Concessions, I'm going to lower whatever's, expensive-ish by a little bit. Like peanuts are going to come down to $5.50. That can be $4. How about that? That's fine at $3. $3.50. Nah. Fried apple stick. That's such a mid-2000s thing. I remember when those were a thing. It's so weird to me. You never see that anymore. No one fries apples and breads and fries apples. It's other stuff that's a little more interesting. Just everything here is going to be down by $2. Or $5 in that case. Yes, we have everything unlocked, so we should be making more money. Let's see. Our income statement says that we are projected to lose $65 million if we do not bring in any sort of revenue. But something tells me we will. It stinks that our daily finances, so let's see, what's $500,000 over the course of, it's probably about a $100 million payroll just like last year. So, I mean, we made about $10-12 million that we reinvested into upgrading the stadium. We did that already. So, yeah, that's, we make $10 million this year. We're upgrading a lot of things, like maybe more seating, maybe, probably some lights and stuff. Because the problem is we aren't going to bring in enough money to be able to just have $10 million in the bank. That's part of the problem, is that we're still at the point where we want to spend the money the second we have it because we're going to go back in the red, and it doesn't make sense for us to lose those temporary profits entirely. So let's go sim through our first big homestand and see how much money we make. Yeah, I guess you know what? Before I do that, though, I forgot one other thing. Promotional days. Let's just get some people in the door, because we should. Might as well give out things since we have the money. So you have 140 grand, so let's do 10,000 magnetic schedules. We can do about 20 grand a day on stuff. 4,000 team calendars, and 2,000 visors. Why not? Let's see, we already did that one. So we have 20,000 to spend, so let's do 2,000 t-shirts. Might as well spend the money if we can't spend it on anything else. 1,000 kids' baseball gloves. Oh, I did math poorly. I should have spent 10 grand, maybe. Okay, we only have 40 grand left, so let's not be stupid, Alex. Let's do... $2,000 toy figures. We still have 4 more, so we have 8 grand per day. Let's do 2,000 of those. 3 grand of these, and then we still have 8,000 per day to spend. 2,000 toy figures, and the last one will be... And let's see if we can actually get 8. Unfortunately, we don't have enough. By $3, we don't have enough to spend that. So 2,000 posters. Great. We have promo days. That should help us bring in more money on those days. Hopefully. Sim up to and including this day. Not a good start for the team, though. Not what you want to see. Ay vey, Akron. Not good. 2-5? What is going on that we're 3-5 now? Ay. Okay. We're back to 500 after 10 games. So that's not awful. You know, we started the season on the road anyway. Little underachieving feeling. Our team chemistry is going to improve, though, I think. I hope. Good lord, we're still only a 500 team. 8-9, not great. Oh, and we're still in the red, so that's not great either. What did we... Was I wrong on pricing? No, we did fine enough on pricing. We had fans. Okay, we just didn't sell concessions. Clearly, I mean, how much lower am I supposed to go on a hot dog at some point, you know? What do I do? $3 for soda? $2 for... I mean, peanuts for $4? What do I do at some point? At some point... God, they really like chicken tenders, apparently. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm just selling so little of everything. I don't know why. And these are all just kind of holding steady at where they are. Let's see, what's our projection now? We are projected to lose 13 million, so that's better than losing 65 million. So that's something. Maybe after our next homestand we'll be in the red. Or in the green, rather. Probably not at this rate. Especially since we're not giving out free tickets on this one, so there's that. It's a minor league guy, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Actually, let's look at how our team's doing now that we're here. 310 hitter, 365 on base percentage. That's a lot better from the leadoff spot. Okay, Pujols is Pujols. Beltre will hit better. Holiday will hit better. Leonard should be hitting better. Yikes. Also yikes. Not yikes. Platoon's working for catching. That's good. And Coco Crisp is killing it. That's good. Let's see how are the platoon guys. Good stuff from Olivo. He'll hit better, I'm sure. Good for Ginter. And Inge. And Worth. And Guthrie has not played, because why would he? He's not good. Ooh, what is happening with Rich Harden again starting the season slowly? I mean, all of our dudes are just sucking hard. Bimal especially. My God. Nathan's too good to be terrible. But so far we have 1 save. 1 save after almost the first month. We've played 20 games. It's insanity. Let's see if we're in the green after this. Well, we're up to an A as owner, so that's good. Maybe we'll keep improving there. Oh no. Doubleheader then coming up. Those are always fun. AAA's doing well, that's good, but... Oh, good, another... 2 rainouts in the course of like a week. Jeez. Bad weather. 500. We should be better than 500. We should be. This team is too good to be 500. I'm sure there are a bunch of upset guys who shouldn't be playing every day. So if you're not playing every day, sorry. Well, that's good. We've rattled off 3 straight to sweep the Red Sox. We're still in the red, though. That's not ideal. Willie Mo's not happy? Well, sorry, Willie Mo. Not gonna deal with you right now. Let's see. Anything interesting pitching-wise? Burley's great. Harden's terrible. Greinke's bad. Udisline's not good. And Everett's good, but he can't pitch much. Because he just has so little stamina. That's what sucks for him. He's very good, clearly. But he just can't go long. He can't go deep into games. He's friggin', what's his name? Blake Snell. Yikes. Not good. At least our AAA pitching seems to be pretty good. Especially relievers. So I may call one of them up. And we'll see about that. Why is he not in the rotation in AA? Oh, wait, that's right, because I forgot. I did CPU optimize rosters for them. So, whatever. Again, hitting seems to be not terrible. Let's see where we're at in terms of, like, standings and stuff. Let's look at team stats. Let's look at our... Oh, no, that's our team batting stats. Let's look at, the league leaders. Maybe there's something interesting. Alex Rodriguez, good lord. Ay, ay, ay. Nobody's doing that well for us. Not hitting the ball. Yikes. Okay, let's look at our, let's look at the standings. So we've allowed more runs than we've scored. Great. We're 4th in the division. And okay, again, we're pitching well overall, it looks like. We're just not hitting that well. We have a 4-team ERA, which is not ideal, but not terrible. It's not like these other American League teams are scoring that many runs, or maybe they are. Yeesh. Not great. Let's see, maybe maybe after this homestand we'll be improving. We'll actually be in the green and have some money to spend. Probably not. Okay, auto fix, whatever. He's not a major league guy, so I don't care. He's a minor league guy. We're still only around 500. This is not ideal. Not a major leaguer. Not a major leaguer. Come on now. Okay, we're... Man, another rainout. That's 3 rainouts for our various teams. Not a guy in the majors, I don't think, so... We're still 500 about, which is not good. Not what you want to see after a month and a half. Lost the first game, lost the second game. Well, let's see. Are we still in the red? Maybe I can do something about pricing? No, I mean, we're getting close to selling out these games, so that's not an issue. We're still not selling very much of anything, except for chicken strips. People love their chicken strips and ice cream bars, and that's about it. I just don't know what to do at that point. We'll up that by $10, why not? That by $1, that by $1, buck. Great. We're doing okay. I mean, we should be doing better, though. Should be drawing more people in. Who's still not good, and I don't want to swap him out because Harden got better by the end of the season. His peripherals don't seem that awful. His ERA is what's bad. I just don't know that anything else is that terrible. Ay. And Everett doesn't pitch much. Just can't go long. Man. Well, we traded for you. We thought you'd be better, Michael Young. Come on. This stinks. And Crisp is doing better, but I'm... You know what? Let's sim through the next homestand. And which is essentially the end of the month. Actually, we'll sim through the following one since that's only 3 road games. We will sim through this. We'll check our profits and do what we can, and then we will make adjustments based on whatever. If a pitcher needs to go to the bullpen or to AAA, or if some lineup change needs to happen. If Michael Young's hitting 250, he's not going to be the leadoff hitter on this team. Just can't have that. Can't have a guy if he's supposed to be a 300 hitter hitting 250. Our owner grade's an A+ though. That's great. I mean, it means that maybe we can live if we have a bad season and lose a bunch of money, but I don't think we're going to lose money. I think we're at the very least breaking even. Oh, another rain out. Okay. Man, 2007, not a good year for weather. Make sure you do give me a follow if you're watching the archive, either on Twitch or on YouTube. Because I do post all the archived streams as soon as I can, right after they go up on there. So, I may play some NCAA football tomorrow. Depends on how I'm feeling. I mean, I was feeling up enough to play this for a bit, so that's promising. Still about 500. Not ideal. Not what you want out of your Major League team if you really want to compete. 100 games left, and we are going to be 4 above 500. All right. Not awful, but we need to be better. We just do. 1.46 million above 0. Great. You not happy? Well, we're not happy with you, Matt Holliday. Let's start fixing our roster first. I just can't deal with a 5.35 ERA. I can't. Everett's still going to be our 5th starter. He's not that much better there. Are any of these guys that good in AAA? Blankard seems to be. Grissom's a reliever, so no. I guess we call up Blankard and send someone down. I don't know who. Bimel's been the worst of our relievers, and he's been fine. Joe Nathan's been very good when he's actually pitched. Otherwise, I mean, they've been good enough that I'm not going to change anything in the bullpen. I mean, I think I got to send down Buehler, call up Blankard, and put Blankard in the rotation. So let's do that. Almanza hitting extremely well in AAA, which we knew he would. The issue is that he's not a good enough Major League hitter. Although I may call him up and maybe play him a little bit. He's barely playing despite being good against lefties. Interesting. Wasn't one of these guys I was going to call up to? Maybe not. Alrighty, Blankard comes up, and... I mean, I could just go with an extra pitcher, but I don't want to. Buehler gets sent down, okay. And then... Guthrie does not have a hit. He does not have a stolen base. He has scored 2 runs and has an RBI, okay. I think we send him down and call up Almanza, because Almanza, I mean, he's raking in AAA, that's for sure. I just don't know where and how I would play him. You know? Like, where do I put him if he's not that good? I mean, get it for some power? Maybe, you know, maybe he ends up as like a platoonish guy. Let's give it a shot at least. Can't hurt. So Harden goes to the bullpen. Blankard. Just move everyone else up one except for Everett, and Blankard takes the 4 spot. Harden goes to long relief. Buehler becomes the ace in AAA. Great. That part's done. Okay, Michael Young, you are no longer our leadoff hitter because, my God, I thought replacing Figgins with him would be great. Hasn't worked out very well. Barrett's good. Ross Glode has hit the ball well enough against righties that he can stay in the lineup. Gonzalez hasn't, but should be hitting better. So Chris will lead off for sure. Just don't know if anyone else moves. I mean, Adrian Beltre's fine, but he's going to hit better. He's too good to hit that poorly. Holliday's just unhappy because he's supposed to be playing every day, and he's not. And you know why that is? Because he sucks against lefties. Leonard's been fine. Gonzalez has been bad, and I don't know that anyone's that good against righties. I mean, Almanza is, so maybe that's what I do. I figure out a way to get Almanza in the lineup, just as a power hitter. Lode can play the outfield. None of our outfielders can play anywhere that we would be able to do that. Pujols can play first and left, so that doesn't work. Needs to be someone who can play second base, which would not be Willie Moe either, so that's not going to work. Ginter's not good enough. Inge isn't good enough. Gonzalez is stuck because he can play second base. I'm not going to do enough. There's not enough finagling I can do to get guys in the lineup because Lode could go to the outfield, but none of my outfielders can play anything but first base, and my first baseman can only also play left field. So let's look against lefties. Young, once again, will not be leading off. He'll hit ninth now. Worth is hitting well against lefties, so he can stay in. Ginter, 396 on base percentage. You can't fault him there. He's getting on base. Same with Inge. Olivo's hitting really well. Willie Moe not hitting super well, but he's too good against lefties to hit that poorly all season. I don't think anyone comes out against lefties. Yeah. Let's see, what's there? Oh, they don't have a DH now. Well, their DH can be Guthrie. Why not? Let him hit third against whoever. We sent him down to AAA anyway, so that's good. Let's go put some guys on our trading block, because that should help team morale. Buck Leonard, maybe we'll trade him, because we're not playing him every day, so he's not getting a ton of play here. I'm not putting Almanza on there, because he's too young and going to be good. I don't think I'm gonna trade like Holiday or Willie Moe, but maybe they end up. Why are you not happy, Joe Nathan? You don't like your contract? Yeah, I'm not putting him on the trading block just because of his contract. Not worth it. I'll put Willie Moe and Matt Holiday, and I think that's the max. Alright, so that didn't improve his mood, so that's irrelevant then. I wanted to improve someone's mood if they're not happy here. Great. See, that's what it does. It improves them from sad to okay enough. Just relievers as free agents. We don't need a reliever for the minors, so let's go spend some money. Let's figure out what upgrade we want to get. Let's see, we have 1.457, so we can upgrade either home run celebrations, or ads and logos, or the restaurant. I don't think ads and logos brings in anything, but I would like to have more ads in the ballpark. So let's do it. Now we have $500,000 that we are going to spend on promotional days. I don't care about the Rockies series. It's not going to matter, I don't think. But we might as well put in some promotional days. If you are here live, put something in the chat that you want to see for a promo day, because I have enough money to spend on a lot of them for maybe the rest of the season. So, take a look at, let's see, let's give out something that's cheap. Let's give away 10,000 magnetic schedules here. And then 4,000 team calendars. Try and spend about 20 grand. And then this will be 21 grand for 6,000 baseball cards. Great. See what's after that. It's not super expensive. Keychains, awesome. $7,000 worth of those. 7,000 of them we'll give away. Why not? Posters, we'll do 5,000 posters. What's after posters? That's not super expensive. Toy figures, let's do 5 grand of those. Let's just do every day. We'll do some sort of something. We'll repeat them. Let's do it. Not doing anything expensive. We'll just do the simple things. 20 grand a day on these promotions, give or take. Who knows? We may have enough to get us through the month of July. That would be good. 7,000 worth of these. Because this is just leftover money that if we reinvest, it'll probably pay dividends. Let's give away 3,000 beach towels. Why not? I'm feeling generous on those. Don't think I did the keychains. Who cares? I don't think it matters what you actually do for stuff. So we did the keychains already. What's after keychain? Did I miss something else? Oh, the posters. Do 5,000 posters. Let's go! I know, this is exciting stuff, but then we'll see how we're doing. Hopefully the team improves. Moving Michael Young to hitting 9th. Can't hurt, right? Let's do 2,000 t-shirts. 2,000 visors. 20 grand a day. Or maybe a little more than that. 2,000 sport watches and just 1,000 baseball caps. Don't need to give out more. So that gets us through the end of July. We have 83 grand left. Let's do 10,000 a day, give or take, for this series. For this homestand, rather. So 3 more, we have 52 grand to spend. Let's do 4,000 worth of you. We still have 40 grand, so let's just do 20,000 for each of these. Let's do 5,000 posters and 5,000 toy figures. There we go. All of our money, so we only have to worry about a few homestands that we may not even do promotional stuff for, because by that point we're going to be in the thick of things, hopefully. I mean, look, we're only 2.5 out of the division right now. We're about halfway, so not even actually. So we've actually spent a little more than we wanted. But that's okay. Let's look at our team finances here. Not daily finances, income statement. Expect to lose only 11 million. That's fine. Well, let's sim to the right before the All-Star break, since that's a homestand. Maybe we'll have some money there, and maybe then we'll risk it to see if we can have more money later on. We'll see. Auto fix. It's minor league, guys. I don't care. Let's see now. But even if you're just here, just say hi in the comments as we see how we do this season. I'm not sure if I'll wrap it up at the All-Star break. I'd like to see if we can get to the playoffs. I would like to see that today. So it's my first stream in like a week. I gotta get back into it, you know? Don't care about Garrick. I think that's a minor league guy. I don't really care either way. We're up to 10 games above 500. 11? Clearly the small changes we did made a difference. We're still like 10, 11 above. That's good enough to maybe be in first place? Maybe? 12 above? Okay. Alrighty, I mean, this is good. This is much better than the way we started. We'll take it. So, man. So we ended up doing all right in May and pretty darn good in June. July's starting out all right. No, I'm not going to have my Russell Branding on my team. Oh, we're 1.83 million in the hole, so... Well, we're going to have to sim a little more. Let me just make sure nothing's weirded with our roster. Doesn't look like it. Almanza has not gotten a hit. Crisp is still hitting well. Young is improving, but not hitting that well. Barrett's good. Let's see if anybody else is just raking right now. Buck Leonard is since being put on the trade block. Okay. Holiday's hitting better as well. Beltre needs to hit better. Pujols should be the MVP. Let's see how many All-Stars. We'll have to see how many All-Stars we have. Didn't mean to do that. God, he's such a good situational player. I love it. Love it. Love to see these things. Willie Mo needs to be playing better. Olivo, yeah, but he's hitting well enough against lefties. Our pitching. Burley had better be an all-star. He's just phenomenal this season. Greinke not terrible. Udisline not terrible. Blankard has been better than what Harden was, so he's going to stay in the rotation. Our relievers are good enough. Beimel's 343 now he's down to. That's good. And Joe Nathan, .9 ERA in the first half of the season before the All-Star break. Alrighty. Okay, not... Okay, Ludwig hasn't been good, but he's starting in AAA. He shouldn't be... He's not a starter, so... Of the guys who are starters, the two... 2 or 3? No, it's just 2. Bueller's been good. I mean, he was up in the majors for a bit this season already, so that's fine. Let's see, are we leading the division? We are by 3.5 games. Alrighty. We have not won a division since we started this owner mode. We have missed the playoffs, and then we were the wild card last year. Unfortunately, we're still in the red, so not great. Let's go to league news. Let's look at All-Star voting. Pujols may make it. May. Yeah, nobody else is even in the top 5 at their position. So that would be good if Pujols makes it. I mean, he's talented. So let's go to day. Let's see who our All-Stars are. Because I would think at least 2, right? And then we'll go and look at and see if anything interesting in the awards. Let's see. Mark Burley. And that's it. Only Mark Burley. God, Albert Pujols is getting robbed. Also, it's weird seeing David Ortiz in Minnesota. Along with all these other weird names, because we have all these Hall of Famers in here, all the unlocked players. So it's weird seeing Ty Cobb there. In the Cy Young race, Mark Burley is ahead of Cy Young, so that's good. 5th place, alrighty. No one in the top 10 of the MVP race. That's fine. That's fine. We're doing okay. We're playing well as a team. That's what matters. Let's sim through this homestand and hopefully have some profits so that we can reinvest them in the stadium. Because right now, our goal is stadium upgrades. Eventually, we will get all of them, hopefully, but it's easier said than done because, I mean, it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 million, some of them, and we do not have that kind of money. We are not bringing in that kind of money. We may at some point. Making the playoffs and winning it all would be great. So this is 3 guys who are on our trade block for a catcher I like who's going to get expensive and can't really hit that well yet. A second baseman I probably wouldn't play, and Shannon Stewart who I probably wouldn't play. So no. I'm not going to take that offer. Let's keep it going here. Okay, 12 above. As long as we're about 12 above for now, that's an 87-win season. I would like us to be 90-some wins. That would be really nice. But we'll see. Oh, Udis line's out, so let's fix that manually so that they don't mess things up. Harden's going to get a chance to start again and hopefully not hate everything. Wow, he's really happy for someone who's a long reliever. Burley's been great. Greinke's been good. Yeah, we're going to be 1 pitcher down, but I'm not worried about it. God, Joe Nathan should have been an all-star. Okay, 1 more day we have to sim. And we won, yay! So we're 14 above 500. We've won 4 consecutive. We sold out the game, so I'm going to have to up pricing for tickets, that's for sure. Yeah, 7 out of 10, yeah. 50 and 25 is fine. We're still, man. I'm just going to up the price of concessions for everything just because at some point, if we don't sell that much of stuff, at least we're going to make a little more because it's like they're not buying it anyway. I mean, clearly people like chicken strips and hamburgers and ice cream bars and nachos. I don't know why they're buying certain items and not others. None of it makes sense. Stores are selling stuff well. I'm going to up everything by 20 bucks. Since we're clearly selling out. I should have up ticket prices before we did all this, but that's fine. That's good. So I would assume that we're expected to have a good... Okay, we're only expected to lose 7 million now. Don't need to give away any free tickets, and we Don't need to worry, I don't think about anything else. Okay, it's partway through July. Let's see when our next big homestand is and send to that, and maybe we'll have more money on hand. It's only a 6-gamer. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Let's go to the end of the A's series. Let's try that. We'll go to essentially the end of the minor league season, where it looks like Single A is going to make the playoffs and Triple A, and then Double A may, because the way that they do it is it's just the top 2 teams in the division make the playoffs at this point. Let's just sim through the trade deadline. I'm not trading anyone. I think we're good. We're a good team. We're in a better spot than we were at this point last season. Set at rosters. Udisline's better than Harden, so Udisline gets back into his spot. I mean, our starting rotation is dominant, I think, especially for this era, especially when you consider how good hitting is. We've got to have the best pitching ERA in the league, right? We've only scored 457 runs, and we've only allowed 424. God, the Royals have a good offense, only half a game behind us. Whoa, I would not want to be the Tigers. Look, they've lost 10 in a row. Oh, that's painful. I would not want to be them. And let's see here. We have a 3.68 team ERA. That is second in the American League. The Yankees, who have scored more runs than us, I assume? Yes, but they're in second place in their division because, my God, if we don't win that division, we're not making the playoffs because 3 teams in the... Oh, my God, look at... That's insane. Look at the haves and the have-nots. 34.5 out. I mean, at least... Jeez, the West is terrible. Let's look at the National League. Maybe there's something interesting. Kind of 500. Okay, the Astros are good. And the East is good, but not like super dominant. I mean, when you're 34 games out with a month and a half to play, that's just bad. 33-74. I mean, that's a 100-loss team right there. No doubt about it. Probably the Tigers may be too if they, get a little bit worse. Alrighty, let's go back to where we were. Let's actually see if we have any league leaders though. Nobody in the top 13 for anything hitting-wise? It's a real team effort we've got going on our hands. Real team effort. Yeah, this is not great. Let's see about pitching, though. Somebody's got to be good. Yeah, Burley's tied for the league lead in wins. Udisline is 12th. That's good. Somebody else has to qualify for something, right? Not really. Okay, Burley has 7 complete games, tied for the league lead in shutouts. Something tells me Mark Burley has a case to win the Cy Young. Let's see if he's close. He's 6th, behind Cy Young. Okay. Carlos Zambrano. Better than all these Hall of Famers. Ay, ay, ay. This game cracks me up sometimes. Let's simulate through the Angels series. Yeah, let's simulate through the White Sox series and see how much we have. Then we can kind of play with the money that we hopefully have, and hopefully we're profiting. It's really those playoff games though where you make a ton of money because you're not paying the players, and you're not really paying the players or staff. Okay, Harden's out. 2 weeks. Let's put him on the disabled list and move him to the 15-day because he has a 5.50 ERA. Let's call up, what's his name, the starter who was good for us. Not terrible. Bueller, who's been good enough in AAA that we can throw him as our long man. He's still clearly the worse than our 5 starters are. But that's okay. Let's keep going with stuff. Relief pitching, fine enough. Joe Nathan is great. Let's just throw somebody in there to start. I don't care who. 16 wins! What? Our relievers have barely pitched if they're starters because they can't go very long. So our long relief guys have to pitch a bunch. That's hilarious. Guy already has 16 wins. God, that's nuts. Nuts. Alright, so we still have the best hitting, supposedly, in the league, yet our offense isn't that good. Crisp is still hitting 311, that's good. Pujols has cooled off a little, but he's still playing well. Beltre's starting to heat up, that's what we want to see. Holiday's hitting better, that's good. Really good stuff out of Buck Leonard when he doesn't have to hit lefties. Gonzalez should be hitting better. I don't know what to do about him. Glode's been fine enough. Barrett's been very good. And Young is, jeez, not worth the money we've spent on him. Olivo against lefties, fine. Better for Willie Mo against lefties only. Ginter 365 on base percentage against lefties and hitting for some power, so he's been good. Inge also really good against lefties, at least at getting on base. And then Jason Worth, if only he could hit righties, he's been amazing this year against lefties, truly. And Almanza has not hit at all because, I mean, he has good power numbers, but why would I, right? Why would I do anything with him where he's not good enough to play? He's just not. So, we soldier on. Through this homestand was what it was. I forgot. We'll have to adjust the Rich Harden thing in about 2 weeks. We're still doing all right. I mean, we'd like to be doing better because I'd like to see us be like a 90 to 95 win team rather than like a high 80s win team. Come on now, not good to see a losing streak. Most of our minor league teams are doing well, though. That's good. I mean, can't really complain about their records. Okay, 15 above is what we want to see. We would like to be, 18 above. 18 above is 90 and 72. So we're close to that. We just need to keep playing well. We can't go 500. And right now, okay, well, let's fix that because Rich Harden can come back to the team. Buehler really pitched well. Anyone struggling that much? No. I mean, Buehler would be good to have, probably. At least as a... I mean, we don't need Almanza. He hasn't gotten a hit, has he? No. So we don't need him. Let's just put Harden back. We'll have 2 long relievers. Okay, good. Young's bat is starting to heat up. That's what we want to see. Let's send down Almanza since he's not doing us any good in the majors. And move him to the bench. Let me just make sure that Almanza plays in Double-A. That's all I care about, really, is that he plays. Can't do anything but first base and DH, so he can go there, and he can hit 9th. Don't care about that lineup. He can DH, he can hit 9th. There we go, fine. Well, this guy's been hitting well. He's not that good. So, whatever. Actually, I forgot to check how is Guthrie doing. Okay, pretty good considering he one game. One game, he didn't get a hit, but he got an RBI and 2 runs scored, so good for him. He played last season. He did not play for us this year. So, that's whatever. Guys, still has 16 wins, though. Man. We've still got good pitching overall. We really do. So, let's figure out what we want to do here. Let's sim the rest of this homestand and see where we're at. Not a major leaguer. Come on now. Come on. We're going the wrong direction. I want to see us doing better than this. Minor league injury. That's a minor leaguer, I believe. Yeah, it is. Okay. 16 above is solid. 16 above is solid. We're having a solid July and August. Let's see. We are still leading the division by half a game. Crazy. And we have less than $1 million to play with. So we are going to roll the dice and hope that after the Angels series, we have more money. Let's find out. Minor league seasons are going to come to an end with, it looks like, every single one of our minor league teams finishing above 500, which is good. Okay, 16 above. I mean, if we're 20 above, that's really good. That's 91 wins to finish the season there. And we have one more month where if we're just a few games above 500 that month, we're a 90-win team. Auto fix. Don't care because he's not in the majors. Alrighty, so we ended up 17 and 12 in August, which is good. 1 and 1 so far in September. Let's see, how much money do we have? 1.5 million. Okay, so we are going to buy something with that. We're going to upgrade some. Mr. Masters, what's your strategy for ballpark upgrades? Thank you for stopping by. It's just if I have the money to spend it on something here, like I have 1.5 million. Now, the only time that everything rolls over for me is the playoffs. So if we play 10 playoff home games, that's 10 million. Suddenly we can upgrade the seating capacity. That's a lot easier. Versus some of the stuff, it's just, I mean, I know I'm going to lose it when we go on the road or when we have an off day, so I'd like to spend at least part of it now. My thinking is maybe to hold off, though. We're at 1.5 in the green. Let's look at the schedule. We may be able to make a little more to get to 2.5 if we sim these games, because I think we should make enough money to get to 2.5, and if not, after the Twins series. So when we get to 2.5 in the green, that'll be good. And once we get there, once we get there, then we can buy the scoreboard upgrade. Okay, 1-game playoffs, which I guess we had to do for AAA, which sucks. It's not what I want to see. Auto utilize since he's a minor league guy, don't care. Oh, I don't want to see us losing all these games. Okay, we're 20 above. 20 above is 91 wins on the season. We're getting close. We're 1.5 games back. That's not ideal. 2.72 million. Okay, so the difference, though, in buying assets is that we can do 2.5 right now on the scoreboard, or do we risk to upgrade only seating every year? So the seating capacity makes sense. I think at the end of the year, that's definitely what I would do. If I have 4 million, I would like to upgrade the seating. I should see about pricing, though, because maybe with those 4 games against Panic Penguin, what are your vendors / concessions looking like? Everything. We have every single vendor, we have every single concession stand, and we have every single what are those called? The attractions. All of those have been bought. We have only made one upgrade, just a $1 million upgrade for ads. So let's up the price of these tickets by $10 each. That'll help us hopefully net $1 million. I don't know what to do about concessions, though. We just have not sold concessions at all. Am I pricing them too low that people aren't buying them? Are they that high? I don't really know, because no one seems to want to eat at our stadium. We've sold really well at the stores, and as long as stuff's above 30%, I'll up the price. I'll lower the price of t-shirts by $1, you buy $1. Because I want to sell as much as I can of this stuff. Nice. Streaming owner mode. Best mode of the best baseball game, no doubt about it. I just wish I could stream with the music, because that's the best soundtrack of the best baseball game. That's for sure. Soundtrack was great. I will say, in my personal life, in a non-streaming one, this is years ago, like growing up, I did unlock the secret stuff because I bought every single thing. I was able to figure out how to buy up all of the upgrades, which is insane because seating alone is 100+ million. So if we risk it now, after the Twin Series, we may have 4 million. If we get to 4 million, we'll see. To maintain, that is true. There is profit from seating. However, the one thing that is dumb, though, is that with the seating profits, is that if you, let's say early on, buy the seating, you actually end up screwing yourself because you only had 5,000 seats there, and 5,000 doesn't make enough of a difference to pay for itself in year 1 or year 2. So, well, granted, we are in year 2, but we've bought everything else. You have to have the other infrastructure of the cheaper things before you buy. Because you start with the 5 million in the bank, and if you spend 4 million on the seating upgrade, which a lot of people do, you're going to go bankrupt after like 2 years. You just are, because the seating doesn't get filled enough when you don't have, anything else that anyone wants to see. So let's sim through the Twin Series. Hopefully we'll make enough money and win some games. Okay, not great. We're 500 in September. I want us to make the playoffs. I'm very concerned that we won't. 2.5 back. 4.77 million. Let's upgrade our seating. Let's do it. Yes, and let's set the pricing for those 5,000 new seats. And we'll hopefully get to 10 million. Let's not buy any of this stuff. We don't have $1 million, so we don't have to worry. And let's... Oh, it's not buy assets. Set pricing, ticket pricing. I think 35 is fine. We've been selling out practically lately. Yes, I do promotional days, but I don't need to since they're 10 out of 10 game impact games. That definitely helps because you don't get any money at the start of the season. None. Like, nobody shows up to your games, and everything has to be so much cheaper, and it's really frustrating, to tell you the truth. Oh, Willie Mo's upset? I don't care. Ty Cobb is currently leading the MVP race. I wonder why. Pretty good. Cy Young is currently leading the Cy Young race. I mean, I should have guessed. God. Let's see if there's anything we want to change. Any pitchers pitching really poorly? Not real. Oh, Everett. 4.94 ERA. Harden's back in the rotation, guys. Let's go. I don't know if there's anyone I should call up. Truthfully, nobody else is going to hit. I guess if someone gets hurt, I'll decide. Gonzalez has been awful this season. Glode's been good enough to keep playing, and Young's been a disappointment since we traded for him. Olivo can at least get on base. Willie Mo's been bad. I mean... God, Jason Worth's been good against lefties only. Maybe Willie Mo just plays instead of Glode, and... Because... No, probably not. Although he's hitting for power, he's not going to hit as well because he's not as good against righties. That's the conundrum here. Like, Buck Leonard doesn't play against lefties, and he can just rake because he's better against righties. He just is. Well, let's see here. I don't think we're in for the wild card. We're 3 out of the wild card, 2.5 out of the division. Either way, we just need to win games. That's the simplest thing. By the way, Panic Penguin, I have been streaming this a fair bit since I started. Feel free to give me a follow, because I will... it's my first stream in a week since I got COVID, but... You know what? I'm feeling better. We are not going to make the playoffs. We did not win 90 games. 89 and 73 I don't think was good enough. Panic Penguin, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. I stream a lot of this, NCAA Football 14 and NCAA Basketball 10, all the owner modes / the other mode. What's it called? The Dynasty mode. That's what it's called. God, we missed the playoffs in AAA too? We made the playoffs in AA. How did we miss the playoffs? We tied for winning the division in the first half and did not come close in the second half, so we are out. So only our AA team made the playoffs. That is a disappointment. $2 million in the hole now. Ty Cobb's going to win the MVP, and Juan Marichal now leading the Cy Young race. Good for him, I suppose. Well, let's advance to the playoffs, sim the playoffs, and disappointment of a season here. Well, let's save our profile. 32,000 points. I have nothing to spend it all on. You just create Katie Roy. You don't need to spend anything on anything. So let's sim through the playoffs and get to the off season, and that'll be that. Because I simmed through I started by simming through the off season into this year. 2-1, 3-1. Hey, look at that. How to utilize. AA advanced. Great. Let's just sim their playoffs here. I don't care enough for AA playoffs. Oh, they won their series again. Awesome. So they won the Eastern League playoffs. The Eastern League Championship. Good for our AA team. We're going to have to figure out our roster this offseason. Auto-utilize. Who won it all? The Blue Jays did. 100 wins in the regular season, and they won the World Series. Good for them. Johnny Bench is your World Series MVP. The San Francisco Giants came within one game of the World Series. And they ended up losing, so good for them, though. Making it there. So we lost 1.83 million. We're in the hole at 1.83 million. That's the stuff that sucks. Is that we're now going to be digging ourselves out of that to start next season. Not great. Do I ever play this game with a Sean Patterson? I've played with Jacob Patterson, with where they have the fat bat. I've played with them, and I've played with Eric Kiss, who has like the twig bat, where it doesn't matter what happens. Even if you make him a 99 overall, he'll just like hit a weak ground ball to the pitcher. He can't, because he has a twig bat. But yeah, the Pattersons have like the massive bat. There are a couple other names I can't remember, but I did create Katie Roy because I wanted to unlock everybody, and I mean, I still have 32,000 points. You see, I've played enough of this game over the past 15 years on the GameCube. Let's see, so we didn't make the playoffs, just a disappointing season. What did our player payroll end up being? God, I don't even know. Where did we go so wrong? 92 million was actually a lower player payroll. We just didn't make enough money. We brought in 130 million. Last year it was 150. So, I mean, if we made 18 million, that would have been nice. We spent a little on ads and logos. Seating capacity cost us 1.1 million. And I don't know how much more we brought in terms of, the ticket sales. Well, let's find out, actually. How did we do on... Oh, darn it. Darn it. Oh, we might as well set this to 20, this to 15, that to 40 for the start of next season. Whatever, everything's going to come down 50 cents. At least if I do this now, hopefully I'll remember the next time I stream this to not do it. By the way, if you guys are new here, please give me a follow. My first stream in a week since I got COVID, and I figured after my Cleveland Indians made a big trade, I needed to make sure that I was playing MVP Baseball 2005 for obvious reasons. Playing owner mode. Didn't make the playoffs in year 3. Did not make the playoffs. We're going into our third off season. It's 2007 right now. So, a little disappointing, but you know what? That's okay. We made money. We bought assets. We were able to upgrade our seating capacity by 5,000. Next up is $10 million. We'll need to add another 8,000 seats. It's going to take a while, I think. So next, hopefully we'll be able to sim a little quicker next year because we won't have to worry about the money stuff. Not worried about the inbox. Let's save stuff. I mean, well, they don't tell us in the division, but we ended up finishing second and missed by about 3 games. Won 89 games this year. It sucks, but happens sometimes. So we'll keep moving forward, keep plowing forward. The next time I stream, cutting this off just before the 2-hour mark. It was a lot of fun. Thank you to Mr. Masters and Panic Penguin saying hi in the chat and chatting with me. Thank you, Panic Penguin, for the the follow. Please give me a follow if you're new here. If you're watching the archive, whether it's here or on YouTube, give me a follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. That's where I post all my stream archives. I don't think I'm going to stream, if I do stream tomorrow, MVP. I'll probably stream either NCAA football or NCAA basketball. We will see. If you have a game request, I have a GameCube, PS3, and Switch hooked up here. Let me know, and I will maybe play it. You can do that on Twitter. You see it's right above the screen to my, let's see, can I do this right? There, over there where I'm pointing. You see, that's where my Twitter is if you want to give me a follow there as well. I tweet out every time the second I go live. If you follow me here, I want to save it again just to be safe. If you follow me here on Twitch, you know that you can get a notification every time I go live with whatever I'm streaming. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I wish I could do the music for this game. And yeah, that's about it. Let me just finish wrapping up the save here, and then we'll call it a stream. Anything else in the chat if you guys want to say anything? Or goodbye? Alrighty, well, appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will catch you next time. Bye!